Welcome to our International Student Brief program. Today, we dive into the latest headlines that are shaking up the educational and economic landscapes. First up, Australia's Resources Minister Madeleine King is making waves with her commitment to supply crucial resources like LNG to Japan, while the government faces backlash for capping foreign student enrollments, which could spell trouble for the education sector. In the UK, university vice-chancellors are seeing hefty pay increases of up to £80,000, even as institutions grapple with a looming cash crisis that could lead to higher tuition fees for students. With some vice-chancellors raking in over £100,000 in compensation, concerns about salary disparities are rising amidst financial struggles in the sector. Meanwhile, Chinese video game developers are setting their sights on international markets to dodge stringent domestic regulations and high fees. Companies like iDreamSky are ramping up their overseas efforts, aiming to boost foreign sales significantly. It's a fascinating time for education and industry alike. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports on the recent visit of Federal Resources Minister Madeleine King to Japan, where she reassured officials that Australia will remain a dependable supplier of liquefied natural gas, LNG, iron ore, and coal. These resources generated a staggering $99 billion in revenue in the previous fiscal year, highlighting the significance of the trade relationship. However, concerns loom over the potential shift in Australia's political landscape, where a Labor-Green Steel coalition could jeopardize the gas export industry. This situation is exacerbated by the government's recent decision to impose caps on foreign student enrollments in universities, which critics argue could undermine Australia's education sector, a vital export contributor, and lead to economic self-sabotage. The Telegraph reveals a troubling trend in the UK higher education sector, where vice-chancellors are receiving pay rises of up to £80,000 despite a looming cash crisis that could result in increased tuition fees for students. An analysis shows that average pay packages for university leaders rose by 5% in 2022-23, with some individual increases soaring by 35%. This stark contrast between rising executive compensation and the financial struggles of universities has sparked outrage among academics and student representatives, who argue that the funding model is broken and in urgent need of reform. As universities warn of potential redundancies and service cuts, critics are calling for greater public investment and a halt to excessive pay for vice-chancellors, emphasizing the need for accountability in the face of a funding crisis. Nikkei Asia highlights the strategic pivot of Chinese video game developers towards international markets as they face stringent regulations and hefty fees at home. Companies like iDreamSky are actively developing games tailored for overseas audiences, with plans to release localized versions in multiple languages. The push for international expansion comes amid a backdrop of declining domestic sales and increasing competition within China's gaming sector. While some titles have achieved notable success abroad, such as Genshin Impact and Black Myth, Wukong, the overall foreign sales for Chinese game companies have decreased. The high fees imposed by app stores in China further complicate the landscape, prompting developers to seek more favorable conditions overseas to enhance profit margins and ensure long-term sustainability. Yahoo US presents a comprehensive guide for college-bound students grappling with the daunting task of choosing the right institution from over 4,000 options. The annual Best Colleges Guide by U.S. News & World Report stands out as a valuable resource, offering detailed rankings of national universities, including crucial metrics like graduation rates and student-to-faculty ratios. For students with specific academic interests, the guide also provides rankings of specialized programs such as business and engineering. Additionally, the College Board's Big Future tool allows students to filter colleges based on criteria like size, location, and extracurricular offerings, presenting tailored options. Realistic expectations are essential, and resources like niche.com help students assess their chances of admission by providing acceptance rates and median SAT scores for schools like Princeton University. Moreover, platforms like Naviance enable students to compare their academic profiles with those of previous applicants. For affordability, in-state public colleges often offer lower tuition rates, with New Jersey's institutions like Rutgers and TCNJ providing accessible options for residents. Ultimately, the process of selecting the right college should be approached thoughtfully, involving thorough research, campus visits, and an understanding of personal academic and social needs. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.